Today we're going to start over here with my squash. This one is super tall, doing well, has started forming flowers but hasn't started blooming. But this one is my pumpkin, and it is covered in male flowers. There's so many. It's kind of funny actually because I know that there's no female flowers yet, but it is covered in them. And it's just like, dude, stop producing so many male flowers. Make me some squash babies. I want pumpkins. It's difficult. But, you know, apparently if you have too much nitrogen in the soil, it can happen. Oh, oh. Bellflower has a flower. Yes. See? Go away, ant. I love it. It's happening. The bell pepper plants are having a good time. Finally starting to bloom. Hey, look! And these two definitely perked up. They shot up about 1 inch now. So they're gonna take over for the poor dead plants that I absolutely massacred. I am so sorry. Oh, and the Romano beans, because this one close here is the black beans that I sprouted. This is the Romano beans, and they're doing pretty good. So that's awesome. And more of those beautiful petally red flowers. Here you go. Now you can see it in the beautiful glory before it starts to wilt and has petal problems. They're so precious. Oh, I love them. They're so pretty. There's a huge difference when your flowers are pretty. All right. And this is my Brussels, which I'm slowly starting to like. I'm gonna have to put some blocks under this just to create some height, because it's gonna grow very, very tall. But what I want to do right now while it's growing is keep it from the freaking cabbage moths, because they're evil and they have caused quite a much of damage. And even last night I did get to the point where I covered them at least a little to give them a chance to hopefully get some love instead of just a ton of cabbage moths, because I've had cabbage moth hell here. Look at my poor cauliflower. So cabbages and cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, they're all the same family. And so they grow kind of the same, and they are attacked by the kind of the same problems. And you can tell, oh, here we go, see? See, can I get, yeah, there you go. See those little green caterpillars? When it wants to focus. Come on, there we go. So these little green caterpillars, they are cabbage moth babies, and they are absolutely killing my plant. So I'm gonna kill as many of them as I can for now, and then let the sun do its job, and then tomorrow I will also cover my cauliflower, just in case, because I'd like to help my cauliflower a little, get to the point where they're making cauliflower, because the poor babies, apparently this is actually quite common for summer grown, is they get absolutely pest ridden. So you live, you learn, you find out all kinds of things. Whatever, this is what I have, and I'm just trying to keep them beautiful, and that's the plan. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do some cabbagey saving. My sunflowers have not yet produced any flowers, but they're doing the thing. This is the tallest one. Are you? No, you're still green, but they're coming. Even with, again, more problems. This one has earwig issues, and that would be because of the corn. They roost in the corn and they lay eggs down the leafing stalk. So I end up having like hundreds of eggs, and I can't do anything about it. I have done the best I can. I have soaped everything, and it looks like they are slowly killing off 1 or 2 of my corn. If I get any corn, great. If I don't, well, it's kind of the life. And I know next year that I'm going to have to do a little bit better for earwig protection, which means a more daily routine. I picked a bunch of beans yesterday, so my beans are doing their thing, and they are providing handful after handful after handful of beans. So about this many beans gets me about one handful, so like a full fist, there you go, of beans. So this many plants gives me about this many beans about once a week. So that's kind of how that's going. It's not bad, not at all. And over here is actually way more exciting to me anyway. They're cucumber flowers. And look, that is a teeny tiny female cucumber. And you can see how I can tell the difference between female flowers and male flowers. Finally. So the male flowers, here, I'll get you nice and close so you can see. So male flowers, they have just the stem, right? And then the female flowers have this little fuzzy cucumber attached to it. So on my pumpkin, they don't have anything. They're just long stems. Definitely male flowers, no females. But I will be coming out here and I will be manually double checking as well as letting my pollinators go to town. Because I'm sure my pollinators will take care of my cucumbers for me as soon as they figure out there's flowers over there. And my compost doing its thing for now. I did transplant 2 of my zucchinis, so sorry if I come back over here. But my tomatoes are flowering, and that raspberry stalk, oh, it's firm, so it finally did put out at least one root. We'll see if it lasts the year all the way through the winter into the new year. And this one is my zucchinis. So these are the 2 that are in here, and this is the one that is still in here, or in its pot. I transplanted these ones, but I didn't transplant these ones. All I did was top him up so that his soil is all the way up. That's what I will do for any of the pots that I do not transplant from now on. So the beans are gonna get that actually very soon. The rhubarb's gonna get that. I'm gonna have to do the same thing to what am I thinking? Some of the plants that are up there. My tomatoes are doing well. Oh, the cabbages, right. Gonna have to do that to the cabbages because they haven't quite sprouted anything extra. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow.